In the cookbook, Sustainably Delicious, Making the World a Better Place, one recipe at a time, Michelle Nichon and Mary Goodbody support the access of healthy, fresh, and affordable, locally grown food. I'm back in the kitchen with Executive Chef John Vass from Michelle Nichon's restaurant, Dressing Room, a homegrown restaurant. Welcome, Chef John.
Thank you.
This is a restaurant that was started back in 2006 with the actor Paul Newman. What's on the menu?
Right now we have a lot of the summer's winding down, so I started going into a couple of fall items. So we have some tuna with broccoli rabe and potatoes with a beet sauce. We also doing our grilled calamari with wilted tomatoes and basil with some squid ink on there.
So you changed up the menu throughout the year?
Yeah.
To really reflect the season?
Every couple of months we change it to go with the seasons.
And what are we making today?
We're making wild striped bass with tomato fondue.
Is this a fairly easy recipe?
Yeah,
or is
it's pretty easy.
Okay.
It takes about 5 minutes to do.
And you're using wild striped
It's
bass.
wild striped bass from Montauk.
Is it hard to get?
No, not really. It's actually in season around here at the moment for the next couple months.
And you use what kind of fishing company? It's
called Sea to Table with the Dimmons family.
Do with this? Yes.
They work with small sustainable fisheries and all up and down the East Coast, Alaska and Montauk.
So what else do you get other than striped sea bass?
We get the swordfish from there, and we also get the tuna from there.
Very good. Okay, so what do we have as ingredients?
So we have some shallots and garlic, just finely chopped, and a couple of field tomatoes.
I see two different types of tomatoes, though, right?
Yeah.
It looks different anyway.
Yeah, they're different colors, but they're field tomatoes. So.
And they taste fairly the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first we're going to saute the shallots and garlic.
Do you have this on the menu?
I have a variation of this. I have the bass, but not this exact dish.
Okay.
So we're just going to go with a little bit of sea salt.
I love that sea salt. That's a...
Yeah, it's from Box Goods. She sells at the market in Westport.
That's fairly easy to do as well.
Yeah. So a little bit of salt in the fish.
Now, why do we want sea salt versus the typical salt you see at the grocery store?
There's just more flavor to it, I find. It's easier to work with.
It's stronger?
It's milder, actually, than table salt. So you always want to make sure you press down on the fish.
And you're just trying to sear it. You don't want to cook it all the way through, right?
Yeah. You're just going to sear the skin, and then we're going to finish it in the oven.
Now, you are the executive chef of the restaurant.
That's correct.
So what are your responsibilities?
I have to deal with the menu changes through the seasons. I go to the farmers markets and talk to all the farmers and purveyors there.
So you tell them what you need and they get it for you, or do you just go with what they have?
They bring with what they have, and then I just go shopping and just pick what I think is necessary.
And do you basically make your menu based on what you get at the market?
Yep.
What are some of the popular recipes at the restaurant?
People really love our winter items, like our chicken pot pie and our pot roast. We get people that come just for those, which is cool.
Now, why is
year
that?
After year.
What's so good about those recipes?
They're just homegrown classics.
What did you just add there that perhaps we just didn't
that was
see?
a little bit of pepper.
A little pepper.
Yep,
okay.
And then tomatoes.
And the tomatoes are getting rather soft. And that's what you want, that kind of consistency?
Yeah, we want all the water content to come out of the tomatoes, and then we're going to mount it with about a tablespoon of butter.
What else do you do at the restaurant other than put the menus together and go out and choose the fresh ingredients? Do you do the desserts as well? That's one of my favorite parts of the meal.
I collaborate. We have a pastry chef that he consults with us.
Okay.
So he comes in once a week and helps out, and then we both come up with ideas together. Like we have this pear trifle we just worked on, which is going to come in a mason jar. So it's yellow cake, pears from the market, and fresh cream.
And that's on the menu now?
It will be in a few weeks.
It will be, okay. Wow, that fish smells so fresh. It doesn't smell fishy at all. And this is what you told me. How do you choose?
Yeah.
How do you choose if you want to buy fish like this?
You want to find fish that doesn't actually smell fishy, because when it smells fishy, it's actually going bad. So now we're going to put this in the oven.
For how long in the oven?
About 3 minutes.
Okay. And then what do we do with the tomatoes?
Once they finish wilting, which is momentarily,
you're going to add...
we're going to add butter and sage.
All right, this is all natural. You're using
Yep.
all ingredients from the market.
Yep.
And ingredients that we can find easily right now.
Exactly. The shallots I got at the market, the tomatoes and garlic actually came from Michelle's garden, along with the...
What else is in his garden?
He grows a lot of stuff. He has tons of herbs for the restaurant: sage, parsley, chervil,
So he just goes
rosemary.
out in his backyard and picks out
Yeah.
all these fresh herbs?
Or I'll go there in the morning on my way to work and just go perusing his garden.
That's great.
Yeah.
Would love to have something like that in my own backyard. What else does he grow other than herbs?
Tomatoes, winter squash, summer squash, eggplants, Swiss chard, kale. So now we're going to add in about a tablespoon of butter and take it off the heat.
What does the butter do for the recipe?
It just turns it into a fondue, makes it into a sauce.
Got to be careful though, because you don't want to overdo the tomatoes.
No, not really. You don't want to overcook them.
Okay. We have about a minute left here. How much more do we have to do to get this recipe done?
We should be fine.
We should be fine?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now, what's next?
So now we just got to season it with a little bit more salt.
Keep that going
Yeah.
there for you. A little more salt.
Mm-hmm. Check on the fish.
Okay. It smells great. Now you keep touching the fish. What is that? How does that help you?
I'm just looking to see when it's finished cooking, where you can see how there's a little bit of give right there.
Yes.
It's because it's still a little raw. So that needs about 30 seconds, and we should be good to go.
And the temperature in the oven?
It's 400.
400.
Yeah.
You want to keep it that high?
Yeah.
Aren't you concerned that we at home might overcook it?
No, I mean, you could do 350 and just let it go a few minutes longer.
Oh, this is the base.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Now, if you want this recipe, all you have to do is come to our website, WTNH.com, and click on Connecticut Style. So how's that fish going? I think it's done now.
Yeah, now it's ready.
Oh, it's sizzling.
Just going to put some fresh herbs in there.
I'm going to grab a fork. I don't know, it might be too hot to try, but I'll... And voila!
There you go.
That was great.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to try this really
Sure.
quickly. John, let's just get the bottom. Hold on, guys. I'm going to try this. All right. Oh, it's really delicious right out of the oven.
Thank you.